Welcome to Life After 60. In this edition, you're going to get to meet some of our new staff here at St. Clair and also take a ride with our clowns out on their big adventure into the community.
So you can tell from my accent that I am not from Tennessee. I was born and raised in the Boston area, and I have been a social worker pretty much all my life. And for the past 20 years, I've been running a adult medical day center back in New Hampshire. My husband had a job transfer, so being married over 30 years, I decided I should come with him to Tennessee. So here I am, and I was happy to interview with Connie, and I just started the job here at the Adult Day Service Center. The main purpose is to keep people in a safe setting, keep people as active as possible. So those activities range from cognitive thinking games to physical movement, to the range of motion, to keep them in good space, and lots of fun, lots of games. Depending on the center, I know where I come from, bingo is a big event, so you have to play bingo. But there's a lot of board games, card games, field trips, different things that we can do that get their artistic ability out, get their socialization going, and keep them in a happy setting. Well, it's a win-win situation for both, I always like to say, because for the family, they get relief, because it's a lot of work caring for someone that has any kind of an illness or disability. So the family's able to go and do their shopping or take care of themselves, going to the hairdresser or the barber, knowing that their loved one is being monitored and watched and active within the day center. So it helps the caregiver know that their loved one is being cared for, is socializing, is happy, is healthy, and is active, and that helps them get home, have dinner, and get to sleep and have a good night's sleep. And that helps the caregiver as well, knowing that their loved one's not up and getting worried or confused at night. They're too tired, because we pretty much keep them pretty busy. Well, we have an assessment process, so I would go out to look at the person, or have them come to the center and see what we do, and fill out some of the paperwork just to see if they're appropriate for the day center. And then if not, we would refer them to other day programs in the area. We are not a medical day center, we are a social day center, so we can take care of so many types of illnesses and behaviors in people, but there may be another place they would have to go to be more appropriate and get the care that they need. So it starts off with just a visual assessment, a sit down and chit chat about what your needs are, what you're looking for, what we can offer, and go from there. Usually the family is just thrilled that they know that their loved one is in a safe setting while they're able to have that break, that well-needed, well-deserved respite to do their own thing. My experience is the men usually love to get together with their retired men group and go have a cup of coffee, not worry about their loved one at home. The daughters, it's been mainly daughters that have taken care of the elder at home, and they just get to have time to do their shopping or have a break with their girlfriends. So I think having that free time to know that they can still have their life, they can still live while mom and dad or spouse is being cared for and watched over, is a big blessing for many seniors. For me, I think Adult Day is just a hidden gem. People don't think about it enough. They unfortunately come to the day center almost too late in the process of their diagnosis or their disease. So my word is to just take that phone and make that call and see if it would be a good spot for your mom or dad or your loved one to come to, because if you wait too long, it's almost that quality of life that you've wanted for your loved one, it has shortened. It's just not as long as it could have been by being with people and socializing with your peers and laughing over a cup of coffee and talking with your friends. So that's my last line, if people can understand my accent, that it's a hidden gem, and people shouldn't wait too long to call. So hopefully you've learned a little bit about the Adult Day, and if there's any more information you'd like to learn on the program, feel free to give us a call. We are looking for new people to take part in our program. We're always looking for volunteers. We can't do this alone. We have interns we will be hoping to come to us soon, and it's nice that intergenerational programming is awesome. So if you're a young person with some free time, feel free to give us a call. If you're a person that has some volunteer skills or talent with music or art or whatever, feel free to give us a call. Or if you know a neighbor or a family member that's in need of some attention and some services, feel free to give us a call.
I was working an internship in Chattanooga where I was finishing my degree, and the therapeutic recreation director at the Chattanooga Fitness Center encouraged me to look more into city jobs because she knew I was moving to Murfreesboro. My area of study was sports administration, which I always told myself that I wanted to do something involving sports, but I didn't know the path that it was going to take me. It led me to wanting to do more inside of fitness, and that's where a lot of my focus goes into now. And my continuing education is just learning more about fitness and how I can help others on a day-to-day basis, you know, working out, being healthier all around, dietary habits. So a lot of my role here is helping with the slack around the center, making coffee, helping out at the front desk, answering questions for seniors. But what I really like doing most about my job is the fitness classes that I get to teach. Right now, I only teach Go for Life, which is low impact exercises. We do that for about 60 minutes. And then I have a second class, which is bingo size, which is, again, a 60-minute class, but we play bingo while periodically exercising. I'm working on getting more of an adaptable fitness class and even a flexibility and balance class going. But that I still have a lot of research to do and a lot of different pieces to put together before I can really get the ball rolling on those classes. So I think that everybody, no matter of age, needs a little bit of help in the fitness area and just in life in general. So just being friendly and cordial with people is enough to get them intrigued in what you do. So in my case, if I can go around talking to people and creating conversation and asking them what their interests are, and all I need is just one little spark to get the ball rolling on saying, hey, well, healthy eating, doing this and this and this, being more conscious of what you're putting into your body is going to help you feel better overall as an older adult. And then just adding fitness here and there, like doesn't have to be 60 minutes of vigorous exercise. It could just be like 5 or 10 minutes here and there. I like to change things up because I think when you do the same thing over and over and over, your body gets used to it and it becomes complacent and you just don't grow anymore. So I like to change things up, and I always ask for feedback when I change an exercise. Like say instead of doing an overhead extension, we do skiers for the day. And I always like to ask my class, well, we typically do this, so how did y'all feel about doing this day? So sometimes I get really poor reactions where it's like, I didn't like that very much. But a lot of the times I do get pretty welcoming reactions like, oh, I really like that exercise. We should probably do that a little bit more. So the more I get to teach the classes, the more I get to interject these different ideas and these different exercises with the seniors. The Go for Life class, the low impact class that I teach currently, my class is taught Wednesdays and Fridays from 11 to 12. Laura's class is 1 to 2 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then my bingo size class, I'm working on getting in a more regular schedule. I'm trying to get it to where it's Tuesdays at 10:30, just because that seems to be a more acceptable time for the seniors than going around having afternoons, having early mornings or anything like that. 10:30 seems to work for everybody. I would like to welcome all all participants are all able bodies to come to Go for Life or Bingo Size. It's a fun time, social environment. We like to cut up and talk. Don't be afraid of exercise. Like don't look at it as it's an errand for the day. Look at it more as you're bettering yourself rather than it's just some job you have to get through. It's something that you should want to do and want to get better, because I mean you know how good or bad you are that day. So if exercise is going to help you, even if it's just the social aspect, getting to be around people and getting to have some conversation, like that alone can be the difference in feeling great one day and feeling bad the next. Like that little aspect could be the difference.
For 30 years, I worked at a county recreation department in Virginia, a local county rec department. I worked with seniors. I planned other activities, not just trips, but probably 85–90% of what I did was trip planning. This is the first time I've planned anything for our March-April newsletter, but I'm going to try to plan things that are in all price ranges. We have things from $8 that might be a lunch to a Costa Rica trip that's in the thousands. So there are all kinds of ranges, and hopefully interests for everybody. And that's why I appreciate the feedback, because I want to do things that people want to do. That's the point of me being here. So we work with some bigger travel companies: Premier World Discovery, White Star Tours, Diamond Tours, American Cruise Line, I think is the name of it. We work with different bigger companies and do longer trips like that. And then we do a lot of day trips, lunch trips to the theater. And I am open to ideas. I welcome suggestions. I'm here to plan trips for the people that I serve. I'm here to serve them. So I want them to give me ideas, and I want them to give me feedback. And I listen to that, and I keep lots of notes. So I really appreciate that. Where I came from before and what I've heard here is food is always a huge hit. So if you find a good restaurant and you pair it with anything, you're going to be okay. Theaters, train trips, cruises, and not even the long cruises like the expensive cruises, but just like to Opry Mills, the cruise they have there, or Chattanooga, something like that. Those were popular where I came from, and they seem to be popular here. That's what I'm hearing. I do go through every suggestion that they give me when I get ready to start in the planning process. I do look through all of those things. I have a huge bag in my office of ideas. I have a file on my computer. I have a physical file. I do go through that every time. I also look at like the Tennessee tourist website. I go through there and look at events that are happening and things like that. But it's a lot of suggestions. And if I have enough suggestions to go on, I don't really need to go outside of that and look for other things, because I don't want to be repetitive, but I am here to serve the people that are here at the center. And if they want to do something, then that's what I want to do. Right now we have a van that is, I believe it seats 13, maybe 15 with a driver and an escort in the front, and then we have a 24-passenger bus, and those are the ones we use. And sometimes we go outside of that, and like I'll work with a local charter company and do a bigger bus trips if we have the need for that. But our own, on our fleet, we have those 2 buses right now. They really like our bus drivers. I trust them. I get good feedback from them that they're good, safe drivers. They take really good care of the people while they're out there. They like what they do. A lot of people, I think, are hesitant when they're alone. They don't have a spouse or a friend, but there are a lot of single people that travel. So just come travel with us. I think it's an investment in your memories. So I'd just like to welcome you to come out, meet me. Please give me ideas. I love ideas, and travel with us. We'd love to have you.
I want to tell you a little bit about Happy Clowns of St. Clair. We are Clown Alley 402 from Clowns of America International. I wrote a grant in 2005, and in 2007 we became a chartered group. We had Mr. Tom King. He was the instructor for our clown boot camp. And the funny thing was, he was my old boss in West Virginia. So I was looking for an instructor, and I kept coming up with Tommy Boy, and I thought, he looks familiar, and it was Tom King. August the 12th, 2007, we became chartered with Clowns of America International. Every one of our clowns has applied to Clowns of America, carries a card, paid their dues, so we are a bona fide group. And we go out into the community once a month and go to nursing homes, assisted livings, boys and girls clubs. We've gone to Head Start, different places. And then we do about a half-hour clown show. And then afterwards, we go to a restaurant dressed in clown, and they have so much fun. And the audience, that's actually how we've got more clowns. They've seen us out and saw that we had fun and want to join our group. We have a clown coat with our patches on it, and this have the logo. Have our names. I'm T-Bar. I am a clown. And I go out with them whenever I can. I can't always go. But all the clowns paid for their own coats. They buy their makeup. We have a meeting once a month. We have rehearsals 3 times a month. It's a commitment, but we're always looking for new clowns. So if everybody's telling you that you're always clowning around, having a good time, you need to come join us.
Welcome, one and all. We are the Happy Clowns of St. Clair Center. So thank you so much for coming to see us. I'd like to introduce you to all of my friends from St. Clair.
I think I was watching them down here perform for the St. Clair Center. It's like, I want to do that. So it didn't take much for me to come and join this. We have a book that we look at, and we also get the Clown magazine once every 2 months that's got a lot of skits in that, and sometimes we actually write them ourselves. Once you put these costumes on and you get your makeup and everything on, you become almost a totally different person.
Oh, you're hungry?
I'm so hungry.
Well, this cafe has just what you need. What would you like, ma'am?
I want a hamburger and a Coca-Cola.
A hamburger and a Coca-Cola. I think we can take care of that.
All right, I'm so hungry.
Anything else?
No, I'm just so hungry. Will my hamburger be long?
No, ma'am. Hot dogs are long. Hamburgers are round.
It makes me feel good to get out and see someone else smile. Just to leave them with a smile when we leave. If you see a smile or two, you've done your day's work. We have a lot of fun, and we make a lot of new friends. I've made a world of friends, and they've helped me through hard times, and that helps. And just come along and enjoy and make people happy and make yourself happy. Make you feel good. That's what we do.
What is it? Apple. Oh, apples. He loves them. He don't like apples. I love apples. But he likes this. Oh, yeah. He loves that. What is that? Oh, his bone.
But we have so much fun, and we go out on gigs, and then we go out to eat afterwards. And we just I've made such good friends, Rainbow and I, we're just like sisters now, you know. And we both lost our husbands, so she's helped me, and I think I've helped her some to cheer her up. I call her, like the other day, there was a big rainbow in the sky. And of course, as soon as I seen it, I thought about rainbow. So I called her up. She looked out the back door. No, it wasn't out there. She went out the front door. There it was. She said, I see it. So it's a happy, happy group, and we wish you could get more people to come out.
Thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. We all appreciate it.
The following are upcoming events and classes offered at St. Clair. Bingo, Thursdays in April, 10:30 a.m. Join us for a fun game or two of bingo. Meets Thursdays unless otherwise stated in the calendar. No sign-up is required. Blood Pressure Clinic, Mondays in April, 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Stop by the nurse's lab on Mondays for a blood pressure check. It's great if you get it checked on a regular basis to monitor for any fluctuations. No sign-up is required. Open Studio Art Group, Wednesdays in April, 12 noon to 3 p.m. Drop in on this group for inspiration and motivations with your art projects. No sign-up is required. Everybody Drums Some, Friday, April 20th, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Co-sponsored by the Crossings at Victory Station, this amazing class shows us that playing the drums is an easy but powerful way to get energized, release stress, connect and communicate with others, and have a lot of fun. No musical experience or ability is required. Ross Lester makes it easy for people to find and keep the beat and to create great rhythms and connections with one another. His true desire is to see everybody drum some. Be sure to sign up so we have enough chairs. Facebook, Wednesday, April 25th, 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Do you want to stay connected to your children and grandchildren? Do you want to see what they are doing every day? Facebook is a great way to keep up with the daily lives of those you love. You must bring a device with you to this workshop. You must also know how to use this device confidently, as this is not a workshop on how to use your device. Windows 10, Wednesday, May 2nd, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Have you recently upgraded to Windows 10? Does it look foreign to you compared to the Windows you were using? Have no fear. We will walk you through the entire layout of Windows 10, show you the updates from Windows 8, and answer any questions you might have. Every student needs to bring their own laptop with Windows 10 already installed on it.
So we appreciate you joining us for Life After 60. We hope that you will come out and join us here on site at St. Clair, 325 St. Clair Street. St. Clair Street is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30. We have new hours on Saturday from 10 to 2 and added additional programming that we hope that you will enjoy. Just come out on Saturdays from 10 to 2 and join in on our programming.